The year is 1962. The world shivers. The echoes of World War II still resonate, but the outcome is a chilling deviation from our reality. The Axis powers, led by the iron fist of Nazi Germany, stand triumphant. Their dominion stretches across continents, a grim testament to their victory. The Allied nations, crushed and broken, lie under the heel of Nazi oppression. This is a world where darkness prevailed, where the ideals of freedom and democracy were extinguished. The air is thick with fear. The streets are patrolled by stern-faced soldiers in black uniforms. The stench of fear, ever present, hangs heavy in the air. This is the world that might have been, a world where the Nazi ideology, twisted and perverse, reigns supreme. At the heart of this dystopian reality sits the Reich, a monstrous entity that controls every aspect of life. From the highest echelons of power to the humblest citizen, the Nazi Party's control is absolute. The Führer, Adolf Hitler, reigns supreme, his word law. His vision, a world reshaped according to his twisted ideology, has become a nightmarish reality. Beneath him, a hierarchy of Nazi officials, their ambition fueled by ruthlessness and fear, implement his will with unflinching obedience. The Gestapo, the Reich's dreaded secret police, operates with impunity. They are the eyes and ears of the regime, sniffing out dissent, crushing opposition, and silencing any voice that dares to whisper against the Reich. Fear, the most potent weapon in the Nazi arsenal, permeates every level of society. It is a tool of control, used to cow the populace into submission. The threat of imprisonment, torture, or worse, hangs over the heads of every citizen, a constant reminder of the price of disobedience. Daily life under Nazi rule is a stark departure from the world we know. The very fabric of society has been torn apart and rewoven according to the dictates of Nazi ideology. The principles of racial purity and Aryan supremacy are deeply ingrained in every aspect of life. The education system has been warped, transformed into a tool of indoctrination. Children are taught from a young age to embrace Nazi ideology, to view the Führer with unwavering loyalty, and to regard anyone deemed undesirable with suspicion and hatred. The curriculum is carefully curated, designed to mold young minds into obedient servants of the Reich. For those deemed racially inferior, life is a living hell. Jews, Roma, homosexuals, and anyone deemed unfit for the New World Order are subjected to unimaginable horrors. They are stripped of their rights, their property, and their dignity. Forced labor, concentration camps, and extermination await those who do not fit into the Nazi vision of a racially pure society. The Nazi war machine, fueled by the plunder of conquered nations, has advanced at an alarming pace. Technological advancements, once unimaginable, have become a reality under the Reich's iron grip. The skies are dominated by advanced aircraft, their sleek designs a testament to German engineering prowess. On the ground, powerful tanks and armored vehicles rumble across the landscape, symbols of Nazi military might. But these technological marvels come at a steep price. The relentless pursuit of military superiority has drained the resources of the conquered nations. The economies of once proud countries lie in ruins, their industries geared towards fueling the Nazi war machine. The people toil endlessly, their labor feeding the insatiable appetite of the Reich. The pursuit of technological dominance extends beyond the battlefield. Nazi scientists, driven by a dangerous mix of ambition and fanaticism, conduct horrific experiments in their quest for scientific breakthroughs. The boundaries of ethics and morality are blurred, sacrificed at the altar of progress. A world divided, international relations in the shadow of Nazi domination. The world, once a tapestry of diverse nations, now cowers under the shadow of the Nazi eagle. The United States, weakened and demoralized after a failed attempt to liberate Europe, has retreated into isolationism. The Soviet Union, bled dry by years of war, has been forced to cede vast swaths of territory to the Reich. The few remaining free nations live in a state of perpetual fear, caught between the overwhelming might of the Nazi Empire and their own dwindling resources. Alliances are forged and broken out of necessity, a desperate dance for survival in a world where the rules have changed. The once vibrant tapestry of international relations has been replaced by a stark dichotomy, those who submit to the Reich and those who resist. But even in this world of fear and oppression, the embers of rebellion still flicker. The cultural purge art, literature, and music under totalitarian rule. The Nazi regime, obsessed with control, extends its iron grip to the realm of culture. Art, literature, and music, once expressions of creativity and freedom, are now tools of propaganda, carefully molded to conform to the dictates of the Nazi ideology. Books are burned, their pages consumed by flames that reflect the burning desire to extinguish any form of dissent. Paintings are defaced, their canvases slashed, their beauty deemed degenerate and unfit for the New World Order. Music is silenced, its melodies replaced by the monotonous drone of propaganda broadcasts. The cultural landscape, once vibrant and diverse, has been transformed into a barren wasteland. Creativity is stifled, originality crushed under the weight of censorship. The human spirit, however, is not so easily extinguished. Even in the darkest corners of this dystopian world, the embers of artistic expression still flicker, waiting for the opportunity to ignite into a flame of defiance. Despite the pervasive atmosphere of fear and oppression, the human spirit endures. Scattered across the globe, pockets of resistance flicker like embers in the ashes of a conquered world. These brave souls, united by their unwavering belief in freedom, fight back against the Nazi behemoth. In the ruins of bombed-out cities and the shadows of dense forests, they operate in secrecy. They are ordinary people thrust into extraordinary circumstances, freedom fighters, spies, and saboteurs, risking their lives to chip away at the Nazi war machine. Their acts of defiance, though small and often unseen, are a testament to the indomitable human spirit. They are a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, the fight for freedom continues. The triumph of Nazi Germany poses profound ethical questions. In this alternate reality, the world grapples with the consequences of a world order built on racial supremacy and totalitarian control. The very foundations of morality are shaken as the lines between right and wrong become blurred. The systematic extermination of millions, justified by a twisted ideology, casts a long shadow over this dystopian world. The world bears witness to the horrors inflicted in the name of racial purity, a chilling reminder of the fragility of human civilization. The ethical implications of a Nazi victory extend far beyond the atrocities committed during the war. The very fabric of society has been warped, reshaped according to a twisted ideology that devalues human life and elevates violence and oppression. This dystopian vision of a world under Nazi rule serves as a stark warning from history. It is a reminder of the fragility of freedom and the ever-present threat of tyranny. It underscores the importance of vigilance, of recognizing and confronting the seeds of hatred and intolerance before they can take root and flourish. The lessons learned from this alternate history are as relevant today as they were in the darkest days of World War II. The fight against oppression, discrimination, and intolerance is a perpetual one. It requires constant vigilance, unwavering courage, and an unwavering commitment to the principles of freedom, justice, and equality. By remembering the past, by confronting the horrors that transpired, we arm ourselves with the knowledge and the resolve to prevent such atrocities from happening again. The fight for a just and equitable world is an ongoing one, a battle that must be waged not only on battlefields but also in classrooms, courtrooms, and the hearts and minds of individuals. The world shrouded in darkness, a chilling testament to the horrors that might have been, serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of freedom. It underscores the importance of safeguarding the principles of democracy, of cherishing the rights and freedoms that we often take for granted. This alternate history, though fictional, should serve as a wake-up call, urging us to confront the forces of hatred and intolerance that still lurk in the shadows of our world. It is a call to action, a reminder that the fight for a just and equitable world is far from over. The world held hostage by the Nazi regime, a world where darkness triumphed, is a world that must never be forgotten. It stands as a chilling testament to the human capacity for both good and evil, a stark reminder of the consequences of complacency and the importance of eternal vigilance in safeguarding the hard-won freedoms that define our world. The aftermath of a Nazi victory is a chilling contemplation of a world molded by hatred and oppression. In this grim reality, the geopolitical landscape would be forever altered, with the Axis powers solidifying their control over vast territories and subjugating countless peoples. The balance of power would shift dramatically, with the once strong nations of the Allies either obliterated or reduced to vassal states. Resistance movements, though valiant, would face relentless persecution. Their members would be hunted, imprisoned, or executed, their efforts crushed under the iron heel of totalitarian rule. However, the spirit of resistance would never be entirely extinguished. Underground networks and secret alliances would continue to fight for freedom, keeping the flicker of hope alive in the hearts of the oppressed. Future generations, growing up in a world dominated by Nazi ideology, would be indoctrinated with a twisted version of history. The truth of the horrors and atrocities committed would be buried beneath layers of propaganda. Yet, whispers of the past would persist, carried by the survivors and passed down through hidden channels, ensuring that the true history would never be completely forgotten. The long-term consequences of a Nazi victory would be profound and far-reaching. The cultural, scientific, and technological advancements that thrive in a free society would be stifled under the weight of censorship and control. The world would be a darker place, where creativity and innovation are sacrificed at the altar of conformity. In this dystopian future, the importance of remembering and resisting tyranny becomes even more crucial. It is a stark reminder that the fight for justice, equality, and freedom is a continuous struggle, one that requires eternal vigilance and unwavering resolve. As we reflect on this alternate history, let it serve as a powerful reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring quest for a better world. The aftermath of a Nazi victory is a harrowing vision, but it also underscores the importance of never giving up the fight for a just and equitable future. The world must remember the past to safeguard the future. In the shadow of darkness, the light of hope must always find a way to shine through.